Good morning, children. How are you? See, children, before we have discussed about the story 12 silver cups. What we have discussed, children? 12 silver cups. How Jeffrey lost his 12 silver cups. Again, how he lost his tortoise. How he lost his tortoise and how he lost his 12 silver cups. How he lost his 12 silver cups and how he lost his tortoise. Now let us see today what happens after losing the tortoise. What happens after losing the tortoise? See, oh mother, where do you think he can be? Said Jeffrey. I have haunted. Haunted means searched, Nana, every part of the garden. He searched every part of the garden and every pinpoint he checked, but he did not find the tortoise. Now he was asking to his mother, Mother, I have lost my tortoise. Even though I checked the whole part of the tortoise, whole part of the garden, I am unable to find the tortoise. Now see next what happens. He must have escaped into someone else's garden, said mother. You know how tortoises wander, Zeph. Now what his mother is suggesting him that the tortoise may have left their garden and it may entered into the other's garden. See, now they are very much worried how they can find the tortoise. Jeffrey went to look at the fence and he looked very carefully indeed. Mother was right. The wire was not so strong and Spot had scraped at it and bent it back in one place so that he might get into the big plowed field at the back. See, children, when Jeffrey searched for the tortoise, he went around the house and what he observed around the house there is a fence which wire is not so strong. The wire is not so strong. So the tortoise may escape down the fence and it may enter into the field at the back of the Jeffrey's house. Now what Jeffrey was thinking that as the fence was not very strong, it may went down the fence and it may entered into the plowed field. Next, see children, where is that field? That field is at the back of Jeffrey's house. His brown shell is so like the earth that I don't believe I had seen him if he was right under my nose, said the boy. See children, the earth was in brown in color and the tortoise's upper shell also brown in color. So Jeffrey thought, if I found the tortoise, I may not able to see the tortoise in this plough field, because as the shell was also in brown color and the earth was also, the mud also is in brown color. Even though it is in front of me, I may not find the slow coach. Who is slow coach? Slow coach is the tortoise. Spot squeezed through the hole in the wire and danced over the field, yelping. He sniffed here and there, and then he and Jeffrey both saw the same thing. In the middle of the field, a piece of earth flew up into the air, and then other. Jeffrey ran over the furrows, and when he got to the place, he laughed. Now see what happened. As Jeffrey can't find the tortoise, as Jeffrey can't find the tortoise alone, he took his pet dog along with him. Pet dog. What is that pet dog name? What is that pet dog name? Spot. What is that? Spot. Hey Spot. He called, hey Spot, come, let us go and find the slow coach. Now when they crossed the fence of the garden, the Spot, the pet dog, was very happy. It was jumping. He was jumping in the field. See, after walking some distance in the field, they found the earth little bit above the ground. Suppose this is the earth, and they found a little bit up in the air, and they were very happy to see this part, as they thought it may be the tortoise. Now Jeffrey ran over the furrows. Furrow is the line, children. Jeffrey ran through the lines digged by the farmer. As the field was plowed by the farmer, there are the lines in the plowing field. So they ran through those lines, and they reached to the place where they found the earth in the air. See what happens next, children. It's old slow coach burying himself for the winter, he said. What a long way you have walked over the field, slow coach. Now when they reached there, they found that it is none other than slow coach. It is none other than slow coach. Okay. Now slow coach found there, and Jeffrey, see children, become very happy. And Jeffrey become very, very happy. And he was scolding the slow coach that, are you kidding with me? Why you are here in this field? Are you feeling cold inside the house? I have given you a beautiful bed and a beautiful blanket to wear, but you are here in this mud to protect yourself from the winter. What Jeffrey is thinking, slow coach may went outside to protect himself from the winter. See children, what happens next? Oof, said Spot, and danced around the tortoise. There was nothing much to be seen of him except one hind leg, for he was now half buried. Jeffrey pulled slow coach gently out of the soil. Now they both pulled the slow coach out of the soil, and they both were very happy, the dog and the Jeffrey. See children, as the story was very interesting, you can see that how the dog helped Jeffrey to find the tortoise. See children, now they found the tortoise. Now they can return home. See what happens next. Slow coach, you have your own box of moss and bracken at home in the shed, he said. Who said? Jeffrey was talking to the slow coach. Slow coach, I gave you the grass, I gave you the box, I gave you the shed. That's where you sleep for the winter, not in a damp cold field where you might be hopped up. Come along. Now see children, what happens is Jeffrey was scolding the slow coach. As slow coach, even though he was getting more facilities from Jeffrey, even though it escaped and entered into the field where there was very cold, and it was in the middle of the field. See children, what happens next? Spot went to the hole and sniffed there. Then he began to scratch excitedly at the earth, and in a few minutes Jeffrey was spattered from the head to foot with flying soil. Stop, he yelled. Are you thinking of burying yourself for the winter too? You are not a tortoise, don't be silly. Now see here what happens. Now Jeffrey decided to went back along with the slow coach and the Spot. But when they found the slow coach, the Spot, the pet dog of Jeffrey, smelt something different. So it went forward and started scratching the mud. Scratching the mud means, children, removing the mud from the ground and making a big hole there. Now by seeing this, Jeffrey became very angry on the Spot, on the pet dog. And Jeffrey scolded, why you are removing the mud from the ground? You too want to be here in this cold season. I gave you the shed as I gave to the slow coach also. Why you both are creating disturbance for me? Why you both are creating nuisance for me? Now what happened? But Spot wouldn't stop. Even though Jeffrey scolded the Spot children, Spot did not stop because he smelt something different there. He went on and on digging, and then a strange thing happened. See what happens when he went on digging and digging. There they found a strange thing. What is that strange thing? Let us see in this chapter. He pulled hard at a dirty brown rope and yelped loudly. They found a rope when after making a hole on the ground, and it was very hard to pull. This Spot dog tried a lot to pull the rope. Jeffrey put the tortoise down and helped the Spot. See children, when Jeffrey saw that Spot was only the person who was pulling the rope, he also kept the tortoise down and helped Jeffrey to pull the rope. Now see what happens next. Jeffrey undid the rope and looked inside the little sack. See children, when they pulled the rope, there is a big sack comes out of the ground. Now they both were stunned. What is this sack? Sack means bag, children. Suppose this type of bag they found and a rope. When they pulled, they found the bag and they opened the bag, and Jeffrey decided to open the bag. See what happens after removing the rope from the bag. Jeffrey undid the rope. Undid means untie the rope, means vippadiyadam, and looked inside the little sack. They saw inside the sack. What is it? Yes, the thief had hurriedly buried them in the middle of the field, meaning to return for them when it was safe. There they all were in dirty sack, very dull and tarnished, and with scratches here and there, but safe. See children, what they found in this little sack. When the dog pulled the bag out of the ground, they found the last 12 silver cups in the bag. They untied the rope from the mouth of the sack. They saw and they were very much happy. As thief stole the silver cups, the thief was very in a very hurry so that nobody catch him. He buried these 12 silver cups in the middle of the field, and after some time he may decided to take it off and to sell it. But meanwhile, between this time, Jeffrey, with the help of his pet dog, found those cups. Cups were very dirty. Even though when the cups were in the house, every day Jeffrey's father used to clean the cups. But now the cups are in the mud, buried under the ground, and they become very dirty. With the slow coach in one hand, the sack over his shoulder, and Spot yelping around his feet excitedly, Jeffrey rushed home. Now On his shoulder he kept the bag, one hand he kept the tortoise, and Spot was running in front of Zephyr. Now, along with the Spot dog, along with the slow coach, they took the 12 silver cups to home. Mother, mother, he yield. Yield means he shouted. He means the words which are coming with the happiness. I have found my 12 silver cups. At least Slow Coach really found them. And Spot dug them up. But I have got them. I have got them. I have got them. Now with the help of these two animals, with the help of the pet dog and the slow coach, means tortoise, Zephyr was successful to find the silver cups, to find the lost silver cups. See children, the story was very interesting and very important for you. Okay children, see, my suggestion is to read 2 times at least from your textbook this chapter. Underline the common noun and the proper noun. Tomorrow we will discuss children about the exercises related to this chapter. Let us remind you again the story of the 12 silver cups. 12 silver cups is a story children related to the Zephyr. Zephyr was a very good athlete. He almost won 12 silver cups. His father was very fond of these silver cups as he was also. They kept the 12 silver cups in their room and they used to clean these 12 silver cups every day. One day a burglar entered into the house. He stole the 12 silver cups and he kept somewhere. But Zephyr and his father become very happy. Even though they gave police complaint, they were unable to find the 12 silver cups. After the 15 days, they lost their slow coach. They lost their pet tortoise. Again, they went, Zephyr and the dog went to find the tortoise to the near field at the back of the house. There in the field, they found the tortoise as well as the lost 12 silver cups buried under the ground. And the 3 members reached home with the happiness. Okay children, what I gave you work children, read the lesson and underline the hard words and circle the nouns. Hard words means what children? The words which you feel difficult to pronounce. Okay, and the word which are new to you and the words which meaning you may don't know. Is it clear children? Okay, have a nice day all of you. Don't waste your time. It's a very precious. Read the textbook and underline the hard words.